Simon & Schuster Audio presents The Names by Don DeLillo. Read by Jacques Roy.
The Island. 1. For a long time I stayed away from the Acropolis. It daunted me, that somber rock. I preferred to wander in the modern city, imperfect, blaring. The weight and moment of those worked stones promised to make the business of seeing them a complicated one. So much converges there. It's what we've rescued from the madness: beauty, dignity, order, proportion. There are obligations attached to such a visit. Then there was the question of its renown. I saw myself climbing the rough streets of the Plaka, past the discos, the handbag shops, the rows of bamboo chairs. Slowly, out of every bending lane, in waves of color and sound, came tourists in striped sneakers, fanning themselves with postcards. The Philhellenes laboring uphill, vastly unhappy, mingling in one unbroken line up to the monumental gateway. What ambiguity there is in exalted things. We despise them a little. I kept putting off a visit. The ruins stood above the hissing traffic like some monument to doomed expectations. I'd turn a corner, adjusting my stride among jostling shoppers. There it was, the tanned marble riding its mass of limestone and schist. I'd dodge a packed bus. There it was, at the edge of my field of vision. One night, as we enter narrative time, I was driving with friends back to Athens after a loud dinner in Piraeus, and we were lost in some featureless zone when I made a sharp turn into a one-way street the wrong way, and there it was again, directly ahead, the Parthenon, floodlit for an event, some holiday, or just the summer sound and light, floating in the dark, a white fire of such clarity and precision I was startled into braking too fast, sending people into the dashboard, the backs of seats. We sat there a moment, considering this vision. It was a street in decline, closed shops and demolition, but the buildings at the far end framed the temple perfectly. Someone in the back seat said something, then a car came toward us, horn blowing. The driver stuck an arm out the window to gesture. Then his head appeared. He started shouting. The structure hung above us like a star lamp. I gazed a moment longer.
Sample complete. Ready to continue?